Welcome back to another episode of History of Gaming Metal Gear. Today we start Chapter 2 of Metal Gear Solid 5. We finished up what would be considered the main story of the game. We now move on to the additional story that adds to the story of the overarching series of Metal Gear. And let's take it away. So, the way that Chapter 2 works is the game still acts exactly the same.
You can now give the order to develop or dispose of nuclear weapons from your iDroid. With a nuclear deterrent, even if you're discovered while infiltrating a rival PF's FOB, most PFs won't dare retaliate. But you, of all people, know how dangerous it can be to have nuclear weapons. So will you add nukes to our arsenal as a deterrent? Or will you take them away from other PFs and dispose of them to help build a world that's free of nuclear weapons? I'll leave that decision up to you.
I don't like this whole PF thing. So it works just like the normal rest of the game. We just have these new missions that have criteria to them. Stuff like subsistence and extreme. And basically it takes away functionality that is in the game that we've gotten used to and makes the game a little harder and general stuff like that. Take a look at our development.
Please specify a project.
Make a gold arm.
Please specify a project.
Please specify a project. Alright. We got some things to do on the side ops before we go crazy. We're going to capture the legendary Ibis and Jackal.
Please select a heading to Central Africa.
I think we're good.
Deploying.
Deploying. Alright, so we gotta go get this legendary Ibis. It is a burb.
Mission list updated.
Alright.
Be careful down there, boss.
Alright, Dogo. Where is everything? He pissing? He pissed. He took a leak. Come on, one of you two gotta be tired.
Good dog.
Get this donkey out of here. Oh, that one did fall asleep. Alright, we got a good set of those. Good set of ass. Alright. Somewhere up in here is a legendary ibis. We brought the doggo because he smells out animals. Well. Found plant, huh?
Enemy
Come on.
presence detected. The
Burb.
map has been updated.
Where you at, Burb? Found a wild animal.
That's the target.
If I've ever seen a wild legendary bird before. That'd be it.
So this is Raven territory. I heard once that some indigenous peoples in Canada and Alaska deify the common raven as a totem.
I gotta get to it. Alright. Belly, you watching? You're gonna want to see this. We're gonna extract this legendary ibis bird. What?
Side ops list updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Wild animal Jehuti?
Development project has been added.
Boss, come on back to base.
What?
There's been an accident in the boys' quarters. A pile of steel pipes gave way and crushed one of the kids. A boy named Ralph. They tell me he died instantly. I'm sorry, boss. It's my fault. I should have been keeping an eye on him. I'll let you know if we learn something.
That's sad.
path assigned.
The kid's dead. So yeah, capturing that animal unlocks development for things related to Jehuti, which of course are references to Zone of the Enders.
Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
We're gonna go over to the R&D research base. We're gonna take a look.
This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
They've been working on that Walker gear for some time. I want to see how they're doing on it.
Please select a landing zone. Landing
Heading for
zone
objective.
Take a look at the development of that real quick.
Please
See if we can afford it.
project.
And of Jehuti. Oh my god. Takes forever to get over there even by helicopter. Oh, I didn't realize I was landing on an upper platform. That sucks.
Caution, rain approaching.
Look at it. Oh my god. Money, money, money. Money. You're welcome. I gotta look for the signs. There's these signs he posts up letting you know where he keeps his shop. I always have a hard time finding the shop of Huey's. There it is. Take a look on the thing. See how Huey's been developing our robot. That's a pretty cool looking little robot. Alright, let's take a look at what we need to work on next. Hey, what's up, Pooch?
Welcome back, boss.
Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Please select a mission.
Please select a mission.
On station at LZ.
Okay. Now let's go get the other legendary animal.
Gaining altitude.
It's pretty cool panning across that thing. Alright.
Boss, there's been an accident in the boys' quarters.
Show me.
A pile of steel pipes gave way and crushed one of the kids. The boy named Ralph.
Please select
They tell me he died instantly.
Central Africa.
I'm sorry, boss. It's my fault. I should have been keeping an eye on them. I'll let you know if we learn something.
We take a tuxedo this time? Bow, 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 bow.
Deploying.
Alright. There's a jackal. It's a jackal, it's a jackal. Jackal, it's a jackal. Love this hand. This thing's so fucking cool, man. One of the coolest collectors I ever got. Alright, put one in the chamber on that. One in the chamber on that. One in the chamber on that.
Be careful down there, boss.
You gotta go, you gotta go. Alright, now I gotta look around this area for a legendary jackal. Got it, bud. Yep. 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 Yep.
Caution, rain approaching.
Ben je niet werk onder die knie? Ik denk zo. Is jij al lang in die bezigheid? Ja, ik zit het 5 commando. No way. Zou je in Congo was? 25 jaar terug. Ik heb de advertentie in de Afrikaanse courant opgevolgd. Dit was dit. In Zuid-Afrika? Oh, destijds zit ik net belang gesteld in een vinnige feitje. Ik en mensen denk ik zal het nog steeds doen. Hier snaaks. Die bedrijf het wel bij veranderd. Hoe veranderd? En niet verlies. Wat? Huh? Wat de hel?
Guard post captured.
Alright, there we go.
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Didn't realize that I had upgraded my this WU pistol to be semi-automatic. Makes sleeping these guys so much easier. The blueprint? I think I just found the
Subject on
blueprint.
board. Leave the rest to us.
Nice.
That's the target.
Woo!
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Side op completed. Side ops list updated.
What'd they get us?
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Anubis. Very cool. There's Anubis. The legendary jackal, which has only ever been observed in the Afghanistan area of operations, its fur is intense dark brown hue. The name Anubis comes from the ancient Egyptian god with the totem of a jackal. At the time, jackals were thought to protect the dead, and it's believed that this is why Anubis, god of the underworld, was presented as such. Jehuti, the legendary ibis, which has only ever been observed in Africa area of operations. Its beautiful blue form is reminiscent of an ancient Egyptian god Thoth. The name Jehuti comes from the pronunciation of Thoth in ancient Egypt. Legend says that the one who captures Jehuti will inherit its power. Just reached 100% bond level with the dog.
Please specify a project.
Got nothing else I can make for him.
Please specify a project.
Oh my god, what is this? Wormhole extraction? Alright, I told you guys there's some crates that are like under a roof, so how do you extract something that's under a roof when it's supposed to fly up? Well, you summon a wormhole over the top of it. That's how you do it.
Staff assigned. Staff assigned. Please select a mission.
A wormhole. A portal. All the wormholes and portals that we see show up in Metal Gear Survive. People were given a lot of shit to Konami for that. It starts in this game.
Unit dispatched.
You know, the zombies and the wormholes opening, that wasn't something that was super offensive to the series because they started it here.
Unit dispatched.
So, like, I totally get people being
Unit
upset
dispatched.
about Survive. I am too. I think it's overstepping.
Weather will clear shortly.
But just be correct in your accusations is all I'm saying. Internet, like, come on. Unlucky dog.
Please select a landing zone.
Oh yeah, I like that look.
Deploying.
Sparks, what's up, buddy? How you doing? How you doing? Doing good.
The map has been updated.
He good doggo. He good doggo. Alright, we gotta get one of the mother base survivors.
Be careful down there, boss.
Legend. Yeah, Snake's robe at hand. Alright, let's
Marker
go
closed.
this way. Bum, 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 bum. so this guy will be out here wandering around, and he'll be crazy off his rocker. So,
You have arrived at your destination.
oh, good dog, found him.
That's the target. I remember him. He was off base during the attack 9 years ago. Bring him home, boss.
How do you remember all these fucking people?
Side op completed.
Photographic memory? Yeah, I guess. I guess.
Side ops list updated.
Don't need to do any prisoner extracts. Gotta keep my eye out for that. Correct wandering.
Please
Base
select
member.
heading to Afghanistan.
Oh, okay. Let's see here.
Deploying.
He enjoyed that a lot by the sound of it. Yeah, I would say so.
Enemy presence detected. Map has been updated.
Be careful down there, boss.
Oh, we found him. How did you hear me? You son of a bitch.
That's the target. I remember him. He was off base during the attack 9 years ago. Bring him home, boss.
Probably heard your battle tune. True. Probably did, actually.
Side op completed.
You gotta extract him.
Side ops list updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Alright. There is a mission I'm looking for. Mine clearing, heavy infantry. Okay. All right. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Damn it. Which mission number it is? Why is this so hard? There it is. Got a handful of those soldiers left.
Please select a mission.
So Alright, so mission 17. Okay. So it should have worked. I'm gonna try something. I did something in Ground Zeroes. It should be working. It's not. Damn it. That means I have to
Please
do...
select a mission.
God, I have to do so many missions. I'm annoyed by that.
Please specify a project.
Wind a little. Alright, let's just keep working on these side missions.
Please select a heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
There's supposed to be something I could do. There was a mission I could do if I had done something in Ground Zeroes and then imported my data. And I did do that, but it's not working. So we're going to have to unlock it the way that you unlock it without having the import data, which just takes longer. It's a bummer, but I mean, we got to do that stuff anyway, so. Whoa!
Here, boss.
Just wild ass all over the place. There's an enemy helicopter over there. Alright, we gotta find this soldier that got kidnapped or POW'd.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Ah, there he is. Oh my god, that was a snipe. Don't worry, brother, we got you.
Okay, subject is in.
Updated.
Oh, there's more than one.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
And I thought this was gonna be easy.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Can I go behind the waterfall? No, come on, man. Every other game you press the primary button to pull yourself up. On this one, it lets
What
go.
happened? Boss!
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Oh my god.
Stay okay.
Okay.
You gotta extract him.
Alright, so... No, we gotta... Alright, I'm not even gonna go inside the building. I'm gonna go for this guy out back.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Two guys right here. Two guys over there. Did you guys stop wiggling around so much? Alright, they got him. Oh, this one ran away and hid.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
I got you, man. Get you out of here.
Side op completed. Side ops list updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Come on!
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Sometimes this game...
He's coming too.
What are all these animals? Anything different that I haven't captured yet? I think I've already captured that. But it is indeed free money. Take these guys in. Because it's 300 GMP a piece to extract them. But I think it's like 1,000 that they pay you. Good stuff.
Extraction
Answer, so I don't need the
arrived
book
at
anymore.
Side ops list updated.
Challenge task list.
Development project has been added.
Wiggity swooty, baby.
Please specify a project.
Wormhole! 2 hours and 24 minutes.
Staff assigned.
Staff assigned.
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched.
Highly skilled soldiers. Another unlucky dog mission.
Please select a landing zone.
Damn, I gotta go in
Ready
there?
to Afghanistan.
Okay. I wonder if there's any locations for... I don't think there's any locations for the girl to snipe from. I think this is the best buddy I can go with. I don't think she can get back there, so... I mean, it's gonna be heavily armed back there. An OKB. Alright, get the weapons prepared.
Be careful down there, boss.
Man, I need to go through and get rid of all the troublemakers.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Guard post captured.
I keep having people coming and going from the brig. Because of troublemakers in my group.
The map has been updated.
You gotta extract him.
Development complete.
Yeah, buddy. And a Jehuti is complete. Found a wild animal. A raven.
Extraction arrived at the mother base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence
Boss, get
detected.
down.
The map
The
has
enemy
been
sniper.
updated.
Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
That guy fall? Damn it. He barely clicked on the mic, on the walkie-talkie, and it was enough. Damn it. He's behind something. I can't see him. Alright, let's get everybody out.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Okay. I have no idea I'm hiding here. Alright, need to pop my back real quick.
Стоп! Это КП. По нам велся огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ, но потеряли врага. Враг может все еще прятаться поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность. Прием.
The puppy is upset. I do not know where my frame rate's gone. What the hell? That was weird.
Clouds approaching.
What is with my frame rate right now? This game's been running at 60, like, without moving off of 60 the entire time, and now, all of a sudden, it... Oh my god. What's going on? 60, 60, fucking 40, 30, 60. What the hell's going on?
You gotta extract him.
Что там? Что такое? Солдат упал!
There we go.
В порядке? Что это? Как ты, в порядке? Смотри. В порядке?
Get all these guys out of here.
Subject
Oh,
on board.
beautiful.
The rest to us.
Alright, I need to get all these guys out of here. So they don't wake up on me.
You gotta extract him.
And we got another one back there. We got another two right here.
He's coming too. Roger that. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Extraction
You
failed.
gotta extract him.
Did it hit the roof? At 100% extraction.
Supplies requested.
Subject on board. Leave the
All right.
rest to us.
We need to get resupplied because we're out of suppressor on our sniper
Supply
rifle.
drop complete.
Can I extract anything? Any crates? No. Oh, they saw something. Hey, we good? We good? Alright, we move on. Oh no!
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Uh-huh. He's back there and to the right. Got two guys watching over him.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Guys, gotta go to sleep first. Got a sniper right here.
You gotta extract him.
Come on. Quit blocking it with your fucking hand. There we go.
Subject on board. Leave the
Okay.
rest to us.
Sneak in here.
Get him!
Alright, well, I mean, that was very metaphysical of you, doggo, but it works.
Caution. Sandstorm approaching.
What are you doing? Why are the alarms going off?
That's the target.
Oh, because a sandstorm's coming through. %. We're gonna have to wait, dude. Humble Bundle Cry Engine, Fast Break Jake, thank you for using the partner link. That's very much appreciated. Cry Engine bundle. I haven't even looked at that one yet. What's in that? I need to get upstairs. Oh shit, there's a second guy. I need to save.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been
What is he doing?
updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Is he really? It still said 80%. I hope that guy doesn't die. Didn't realize it said 80%. I sent him a little too soon.
Okay, subject is in.
Updated.
Got it.
You gotta extract him.
Few indie games and Sniper Ghost Warrior 2 and 3. Right on. Thanks of thinking of using the link when you made that purchase. How did it go? It doesn't change it at all, right? It acts exactly like
Extraction arrived. at
normal
Mother
transaction.
Base.
This guy. There you go.
Что случилось? Ответьте, 332. У нас проблема. Тревога по всем постам.
Oh my god. On. Oh my god. Still the same process? Good. Good. I don't want it to be a inconvenience or complicate things.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Well, let's go get this dude.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Это КП, понял. Будьте бдительны. Не позволяйте им напасть на вас. Конец связи.
turn that off. Alright. There's the 2 prisoners.
Side op completed.
And a whole slew of other guys.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
We should be at
Extraction
capacity
arrived
now.
at the mother base.
Should be at capacity on soldiers now, to where we're throwing people off the station to make room. Security team should be full. There's like one guy out there.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Extraction arrived at the mother base. Outpost captured.
What up? Might as well. All right.
Extraction arrived at mother base.
All right, let's take a look at, yeah, so 100, 125, like it's all maxed out. So,
Staff assigned.
cool. And we got a development
Please specify a project.
in the hand department and a J-Hoot. Alright, so that one we need research team level 46 plus a ton of money. But we got that hand done. And we are working on the wormhole extraction. That'll be ready soon. Alright, let's see what's next. Highly skilled soldiers. Have I gotten all the unlucky? All the unlucky dogs are done. So let's go do highly skilled soldier 23 and 25.
Please select a landing zone.
We're gonna be landing right in it. Took me 2 hours to realize the volume slider was almost at mute. You're like, what the hell's with Zig, man? He's being like super quiet. Super quiet. I'm not, man. It's all you. Alright, we'll bring out quiet on this one. She's got her silenced sleeper rifle. Blue. Purple, maybe? I don't know. Colorblind. Blue to me. So it's non-lethal. Go in under cover at night. Alright, let's do this. I forgot to put on the hand of Jehuti. Son of a bitch.
Come back safe, boss!
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Go nuts, girl.
Analysis complete.
He's pretty good. Oh, do you see somebody all the way over there?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Shit. Come on, man. Come on.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Now let me get up on this hill. Get this guy out because he's got some good stats.
That's the target.
Damn it, you piece of trash.
You gonna extract him?
Analysis complete.
He had alright stats. The other guy had better. Unless he was a boaster and I just couldn't tell.
Completed.
He's coming too.
Extraction
Roger that.
arrived at Mother Base. Guard post captured.
What is it you're shooting at, girl? Alright. That should say extracted too when we get back. Hopefully, maybe. Tighty.
Side ops list updated.
Alright, maybe not. Maybe I came out too quick.
Please select a landing heading to Central Africa.
Alright. Beautiful, beautiful hand of Jehuti. Oh yeah.
Deploying.
I think I can send her in to scout on this one.
The map has been updated.
Has it? That truck just stopped? Coming after us? Get out of here, goats.
Be careful down there, boss.
Alright, so it's directly behind me.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
It'd be cool if there was like some kind of like upgrade that you could have done to be able to have two buddies at the same time. I'd love to have the dog
map has been updated.
and quiet at the same time. That'd be sick.
Extraction arrived at not enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. The map has been updated.
Fire at will.
This truck is getting real close. Oh my god.
Roger that.
Ah! Ah! Oh, you ran away from me. Come off of it. Ridiculous.
What happened? Boss!
Yeah, sure, fast break. I don't mind. All right. All right, everyone. Fast break's got something planned. There he is. All right.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Piece of shit. Finish it.
Snake, talk to me! Snake!
Alright, so I know he's up on top of the building. I've never gotten up there. And all the time that I've played this game, I've never gotten up there. So I have no idea how to do that. Son of a bitch. Oh my god. Whatever. Hey babe, what's up?
Analysis complete.
On him.
Analysis complete.
Him. Jesus.
Cloud approaching.
Can you please help, Quiet? No, cover me.
Analysis complete.
You start getting these people out of here. That's gonna pop.
Extraction failed.
You gotta extract him.
Piece of shit.
He's coming too. Roger that. You gotta extract him.
Alright, there we go. Get these two guys out of here. A couple guys inside that I need to get outside.
He's coming too. Roger that.
All them lurkers. The lurker grabbed it. Oh man. Should at least say thanks, lurkers. Whoever grabbed the game. Really cool of Fast Break to give out a free game.
You gotta extract him.
Alright, this guy fell asleep up here. I need to get him out before he wakes back up. Thanks for doing that, Fast Break. That was really nice.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
See if we can find this guy. We've extracted everybody but him.
extract him.
Do I get clearance on that? I do. Whew. It was a tough soldier extraction, but we got it. Side ops list updated.
Not a base.
Ow! Oh my god. Who saw me? Nobody saw me. Oh my god, somebody saw me. Love this hand.
Extraction failed.
Take the guy and run!
He's coming too. Roger that.
There's just like bodies everywhere.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Who saw me? There's a helicopter! No, no, no! Enemies are freaking the fuck out, they are. How about we just go back to the AC? Look at that! Seven soldiers? I feel like I extracted a lot more than 7 soldiers. Probably did. It was probably like 7 that were still getting extracted. Alright. What is our development looking
Please
like
specify
for
project.
Wormhole? Another hour and 43 minutes. Okay. Can't do any more with Jehuti. What about buddy equipment? Anything new here?
Please specify
Nope.
a project.
Helicopter.
Please specify a project.
Just that. Speaking of which, make sure everything's upgraded level 4. Good. AS missile. Take it to 4. not have that upgraded. Flare, take that to 4. Applique armor. There we go.
Clouds approaching.
What that is. My handwriting.
Staff assigned.
Alright, let's go get
Please select a
a
mission.
main mission done.
Mission accepted. Heading to Afghanistan.
I think we're good.
Deploying.
I think we're good! Ugh. Got a fun day planned for today and for tomorrow. Hopefully we can beat Final Fantasy V pretty quick tomorrow.
Find and extract the missing CIA agent. The target was laying low with the friendly Mujahideen during the vocal cord parasites incident. The man headed back to OKB-0 after the Soviets recaptured it. Check the target's VI on your iDroid.
Okay. Extract the CIA.
Be careful down there, boss.
Pleases me greatly. Donkey punching a sheep. Good donkey punch a donkey. The look on your face, I love it. It pleases me in the cockles.
Boss, you need to extract the target alive. He might be able to tell us about what went on at OKB-0.
Fire at will.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Ау! С тобой все в порядке?
Guard post captured.
There it is. And there it is. Hi, Josh. Phone on 3%. Free technical support here. Plug it in.
You gotta extract him.
You need to go to bed. Now.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. coming too. Roger that.
On a bus, jerkwad. Plug it into the bus. Yeah.
You gotta extract him. Vulture. You die out here, you could be its next meal. Stay on your toes.
All the animals gonna join me on my zoo. New Jersey bus don't got fancy shit like that. I was kidding. I've never seen a bus that has electrical sockets. Doesn't matter where I am, I get power. I'll plug it into my own ass. I'll charge it up. See, here's what you do. Stand up on the bus, and you tell everybody, if any of you have a battery pack, I need it now. It's a matter of life or death. And you have to have a crazy look in your eye.
Keep in mind that time doesn't stop while you use the iDroid. You can even move around while using it, but pay attention to your
Well,
surroundings.
this ain't good.
Caution. Sandstorm approaching.
Oh no, 1% rep phone. We'll miss you. Get him. Get him. Take him out. Maybe I can take him out. Shit.
Extraction.
I'm on it, I'm on it, I'm on it.
Base.
Get off that damn thing!
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Gboard, yeah, he's typing better. He got a new keyboard for his phone, so he's not .comming himself all the time.
You have arrived at your destination.
Okay, I'm here. What's going on? I found a lot of sand. There's a lot of wind at the location. What else? This. I see a light. I see a light.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
There's this light.
You have arrived at your destination.
He's coming too. Roger that.
What am I doing here? What am I doing here?
That's the target's predicted field of movement.
You know what? I need buddy support. D-Dog's gotta come.
Please dispatch requested.
I need him.
Buddy departing area of operations.
And then a dog descended upon us from the heavens. And I was like, sweet. Look at him, he's excited. Look at that tail. He likes it.
Buddy has arrived.
Alright, come
The
on.
map has been updated.
Fine. Do fine. Ah, he's alright. Yeah, don't mind me. Whew. I gotta tell you, FBI, I did not see you sitting right in front of me.
Help me! Thanks. You saved me.
You gotta extract him.
And I just saved your goddamn life.
Nice work. Keep it up.
Has been updated. The map has been updated.
Alright. Alright, so I just need to go directly backwards. Signs of an intruder, how? I've removed all evidence of my existence.
Exfiltrated
All right,
hot.
you're out of the hot zone.
Woo!
No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Extraction.
Man's
Arrived
best
at
friend.
Motorbase.
Got the achievement for that. Stole a bunch of walker gears. Got a bunch of heroism.
Mission complete. Boss, that was exceptional.
Wyatt's upset that I sent her home. Fickle. Just fickle. Look at how heroic we are. Hmm.
Boss, the target filled us in on what's been going on. He betrayed the Soviets, passing information to Langley, but got scared after learning XOF used the vocal cord parasites. Then came feelings of guilt that his leak sent comrades to their deaths, and fear that America might deploy such a weapon itself. But in reality, XOF and Langley don't have a collaborative relationship, and Skullface was not working for America. Still, I can't blame the man for being afraid. After laying low with the Mujahideen, he tried to cut his ties with the US and return to the Soviet military. But along the way, someone came after him, and he was forced back into hiding. Could have been remnants of XOF looking to silence him. And you know the rest. He doesn't seem to know much about the parasites, but nevertheless, it'd be too dangerous to hand him over to Langley or the Soviets. We'll keep him here as originally planned.
Okay, got a lot of audio to listen to. Battle gear has been completed. It can be deployed on dispatch mission. D-Dog can now be customized. Special volunteers.
Remember the guys you brought back from the base in Cuba 9 years ago? Believe it or not, some of them survived that hell we went through. Word reached them that Big Boss is back and they wanted in. They're good men, our brothers in fate. They'll be glad to know you've seen them here. Emmerich's finished development on that battle gear of his. Get back to Mother Base.
The guys from Cuba, that was from Ground Zeroes. What are they doing showing up now? Lazy bastards. Boss, can we talk about you showing up on base covered in blood all the time? It's starting to really freak people out. What? It floats? Neat!
The Battle Gear is an armored weapon developed to take on hostile bipedal weapon systems. But unlike the Soviet-funded Walker Gear, the Battle Gear still hasn't been properly field tested. I'd like to assign a combat unit to take it on dispatch missions, so that we can evaluate its capabilities and reliability. Assuming you've got no objections, give the order to dispatch the unit from your iDroid.
Okay. Bye. Seems like a downgrade from the previous game. I mean, like, yeah, we pretty much had, like... I mean, well, it was Metal Gear Zeke in the previous game. It was straight up... like a pre-Rex.
Boss, we need evidence to prove our suspicions about Emmerich. Head to the central base camp in Afghanistan and recover that AI pod. It's time we purge Diamond Dogs of that traitorous parasite once and for all.
You got a real hard on for him, man. Why don't you just chill out? You know? Extract the AI pad. Alright, take a look at our combat
Please
deployments.
select a mission.
Look at how long they would take. Good God. 4 days and shit. I didn't even see it. Send a D-Force and get that much money? Do
Unit
it.
dispatched. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched.
That should be good.
This is Yellow Cake that Cypher was having the PF's transport. Before we met you, the boss recovered it from a truck crossing the savannah. Are there metallic archaea inside it?
Yes, the archaea metabolize uranium-235 to subsist. They must be
Staff
stored
assigned.
inside Yellow Cake, or they cannot survive.
Please.
So those
specify
biological
target.
traces we took for impurities were actually the real cargo. Of course, they are deactivated, so they do not trigger a sudden enrichment. They are like baker's yeast. Yet, they do gradually enrich the uranium as they feed. I imagine you detected weapons-grade traces.
Yeah, we did.
And the malachite that was loaded on the truck had traces of uranium in it too. So that's the flower, huh? Skullface was gonna sell do-it-yourself nuke kits. The uranium-enriching archaea complete with a user's manual. And the ores with the uranium could be sourced by the client or provided by Cypher.
Even the trace amounts buried in common ores can be enriched to weapons-grade uranium by the metallic archaea. Proving that must have been the most important factor of the trials. That and the ability to successfully prevent detonation.
So if the amounts of uranium in the ores are low enough, they can get past any inspection. And you only need a tiny amount of the archaea to act as the yeast. No great challenge to smuggle that either. The first step towards saturating the world with nukes.
His plan. That was not my intention. My only goal in developing the metallic
Roger.
archaea to save the Diné. What made you think a tool for creating undetectable nuclear weapons would save your people? After 70 years, The Diné reclaimed the Navajo nation from which we were banished. We bore all the hardships of poverty. But we were proud to live off the land we called our own. But in the moment the atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima, everything changed.
We'll pause that. Restart it once we're up in the ACC. The loading screen doesn't ruin it. I like it. Sorry.
Boss, we need evidence to prove our suspicions about Emmerich. Head to the central base camp in Afghanistan and recover that AI pod. It's time we purge Diamond Dogs of that traitorous parasite once and for all.
Poverty. But we were proud to live off the land we called our own. But in the moment the atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima, everything changed.
I don't get it.
What's up, Ronnie?
Nuclear arms race between the US and the Soviet Union began with the end of the Second World War. Suddenly, there was a massive demand for uranium. And it was our ill fortune that the ground beneath the Navajo Nation was rich with uranium ore. The Black Ana government set up mine after mine, and many of the Diné worked them, never informed of any danger. Every day, they went to work with no protection. The slag was simply piled out in the open. When rain fell, uranium traces left behind would seep out, and when the ground dried, it was blown about as dust. Land and water were contaminated, irradiated. Many of us became sick and died. That pain lives on to this day.
I had no idea.
Wanting more than anything to revive the land my forebears left to me, I was delighted upon discovering microbes that eat uranium. If they could be domesticated, I believed we could rid our land of uranium.
Were you successful?
No. The research called for funding on a colossal scale. But nobody was willing to invest with no prospect of a return.
And that's when Skullface showed up.
Correct. I can save you and your people. We share the same will. That is what he said to me. And I believed him. Black Ana forced me to abandon my uranium cleanup work and focus on nuclear weapons. And he held all the Diné hostage. Today, the uranium mines within the reservation are finally closing down. It is simply less expensive now to source uranium overseas.
New victims, different places.
But uranium is a tactical resource. To rely on a foreign country for it is a difficult decision to make. And he was in the perfect place to influence that decision.
He could have condemned your people to the mines forever.
The contamination comes not only from uranium. The fallout from the Nevada nuclear tests also settled on our lands. As if our fortune were not already bad enough. We are also downwinders. To save the Diné, I must complete my original research. The one that covers the parasite that lives on the surface of the skull's bodies is what gives them their power. Similar to my children who live in my skin. identify the parasites I isolated from the body of that old man, differentiating them with various abilities. One that can blend perfectly into its surroundings by exposing the pigments in its cells at will. Another that, by harboring multiple species of metallic archaea, can oxidize and reduce metal. Isolating the one that covers and transplanting it into an artificial medium should provide the same abilities as the skulls, but they can only subsist within a human body. Once transplanted into the medium, they will eventually die. Another thing, the weakness of the one that covers is desiccation. Their surface moisture loss is greater than ours. The reason they give off mist is to alleviate this by releasing the salts inside them as microparticles. Water vapor condenses around them, appearing as mist. But this dries out the atmosphere until they cannot even produce mist. And once their supply of water from the host runs out, the parasites are in danger. They, along with their host, enter a form of suspended animation. However, a similar effect occurs if they come into contact with a large amount of water. Rain, for instance. The one that covers will temporarily abandon other processes in his eagerness to absorb the water. Itiholone. Make the weather your ally.
Hewitt's dug up some interesting facts about our skull-faced friend. 9 years ago, he was exiled to South Africa, stripped of political power. The upshot's that he ceased being a serious threat, in Cypher's eyes anyway. They eased up on surveillance, giving him an opening to establish his own military unit, one that answered to his will alone. Those men likely had no idea their orders were coming from Skullface. They probably didn't even know the organization was a part of Cypher at all. Anyway, it was in South Africa where he found renewed interest in parasites. And when he discovered the vocal cord parasites, he began to make his plan. Wipe the English language out of existence. Free the world, not by taking men's lives, but by taking their tongues. In his eyes, the greatest symbiotic parasite the world's ever known isn't microbial. It's linguistic. Words are what keeps civilization, our world, alive.
There was something Skullface said. America is made up of many peoples, but those peoples never mix. Quite so. One nation, home to hundreds of different ethnic groups, many of whom stick to their respective living areas, little colonies, not interacting with other groups, going out of their way to avoid one another, their land, organizations, relationships. Thus, the United States of America is no melting pot. It is more of a salad bowl. It is not made up from one people, but for its minorities to function in society, a common ground is needed. Language. Even if the country is not one. No, because it's not one, a lingua franca is necessary. English. American hegemonism was born from the illusion that English could unite diverse ethnicities. In taking in people from around the globe, America became a microcosm of it. Now the boundaries between it and the rest of the world have become blurred. However different our neighbors may be, English enables us to create symbiotic relationships with each other. If English can bring unacquainted neighbors together in America, this should hold true for the world. This salad bowl that is the world can also become one.
You mentioned that the man on fire was crushed under Sahelanthropus in its hangar.
Yeah.
He was
caught under the wheels of its transport platform.
But his body wasn't found.
What?
We searched the area the moment we arrived, but there was no trace of him.
I wasn't hallucinating.
I know. I trust you on that. That means someone must have taken the body. But when I got there, everything was still as it was. Even Skullface hadn't been touched. I can't see a reason to sneak into a place like that and drag out the biggest, heaviest guy there.
What are you getting at?
Only option left is... he got up and walked away.
That platform ran him over.
Just ran him over.
You're saying that's not enough?
I don't want to believe it, but maybe not. He shrugs off bullets, even rocket strikes. There's no reason to think that would finish him. It seems ridiculous, but I'll start gathering eyewitness accounts just in case.
If you dig up anything concrete, I want to know.
You'll be the first, if I dig anything up. But I hope to hell I don't.
No kidding.
So I'm wondering why I got a couple people in here. Iron Roach. How did they got the X? Oh, they're on a mission, I think. I am the only one who survived! Wow. Take a look at this.
Commencing platform construction. Please select a mission. Please select a landing zone heading to Afghanistan.
Deploying. I wonder how much time I have left on Final Fantasy V for tomorrow. Because it's also May the 4th. So, you know, May the 4th be with you. What Star Wars games are you guys wanting to see tomorrow? You guys, all of you, have left me to die in so many raids. I didn't come back for you. The old Battlefront 2, it doesn't stream really well because I can't get it in a resolution that doesn't cause my stream to, like, screw up. Like, it knocks off all my screens, so, like, my two monitors go black, and I'm not even sure if you guys can see my stream. I can't read chat. Like, it's just a nightmare. But maybe if I get it on,
Be careful down there, boss.
Good Old Games. Because they might have some, like, graphic settings that change the way it works. Coder would be good. Can't help on raids because of time zone. No, we're not talking about, like, raiding other channels. We're talking about pillage. Command pillage. Raiding Jotunheim.
Enemy presence detected. Buddy has infiltrated. Our map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Oh. Oh.
Caution. Sandstorm approaching.
You saw nothing. Ninja. Go ninja, go ninja, go!
The map has been updated.
Bet you it's in there.
extract him?
Oh shit. Listen, dickweed.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You gonna extract him?
Beep boop beep beep. Hacker man. What is it doing? Oh, Jesus. Fuck.
AI pod launch confirmed. We'll pick it up. I wonder what kind of secrets are buried in it. I'll let you know if we learn something.
Probably some hot pics of your mom, Kaz. Oh, burn.
How the man on fire was crushed by Sahelanthropus? Well, the Soviets recovered his body. Could he really be dead? Boss, head for Yaha Obu's supply outpost and secure the man on fire's body. If Skullface was right, and a thirst for revenge can turn a man into a demon and keep the dead alive. He's been coming after us ever since you woke up. Well, that just might be what's left of our old friend Volgin.
What? 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 Bah, bah, bah. You catch that reveal? Yes, Thrones came out last night. We played it a little bit. There you go. The man on fire
Extraction arrived
is
at
Colonel
base.
Volgin.
Please select a mission.
Alright, you guys aren't like nearly as blown away. Did you all see it coming? Kinda obvious, huh?
Please select a mission. Please select a landing zone. Deploying.
I think somebody in chat said it, because I was trying to not give too much away. He certainly looks like Volgin. It's Volgin, though. The interesting part is how's Volgin, like, up and on fire and unstoppable? Fanged Dreadwolf, welcome, and hello. How are you doing? Welcome to History of Gaming Metal Gear. The tail end of what's been a 40-day stretch of Metal Gear games. You're great, good. Good. That's what I like to hear. Sit back, relax, enjoy. Be careful down there, man. Alright, no, listen. Are you listening? Are you listening? Are you listening? I need you to scout this. Do it. Go. Bye. Nice jump. She's got great verts.
Buddy has infiltrated and the map has been updated.
The map has been updated.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
There we go. Shot through the face and you're real lame. You give snipers a bad name.
The map has been updated.
That game is free on 16. What? Huh? Metal Gear Solid 5 is free on the 16th of May? Is that what you're saying?
Begin cover fire.
Yeah, where's that at? Is that on Steam?
Понял. Проверьте окрестности. Конец связи.
Blitz.
Detected. The
You
map
gotta extract him.
updated.
Это Дмитрий 6. Какого-то бедолагу унесло на восточном шаре. Возможно, на базе лазутчик.
Shut up.
Дмитрий 6, что случилось? Ответьте, Дмитрий 6. Это Дмитрий 3.
Come on, girl, just fire.
Какие будут указания?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Повышенная боевая готовность. Конец связи.
Ah, an Xbox One.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Oh my god! Ugh. Woo! That's his body.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Nice shot, girl.
Subject on board. Leave the rest
Yeah,
to
you
us.
prefer your console over PC? Makes sense. Everybody's got a preference. Hey, buddy, what's up?
Two. Roger that.
Ah!
Extraction failed.
Bitch. Come on, now. Ah! No. No. Listen. What? Who?
You gotta extract him. Close to us.
There we go.
2. Roger that.
And there's one guy up there sleeping. Sleeping like a little baby.
You gotta extract him.
Boomskis. Get it out.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Alright. What happens?
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
I barely recognize you, Colonel. Skullface used your thirst for revenge against Big Boss, did he?
Boss, I've updated the mission list. We've received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid.
Development project has been added.
Development requirements met for something called a Fury Corn? What?
Please specify a project.
Fury Corn? What? So silly.
Please specify a project.
The bandana. Make it. Okay, and cassette tapes.
There's something I've been wondering. Why are you called Code Talker? During World War II, the U.S. military used the languages of different tribes, including the Navajo, as codes, right? I know the term Code Talker was used to mean people sent to the battlefield to speak in those codes. Were you one of them?
Our mother tongue was indeed used for war. But I did not go.
Roger.
I was already over the conscription age. However, I was made to help craft the codes that were spoken. So in a wider sense, you could call me a code talker for that. Navajo is a complex language, and virtually no one outside the U.S. speaks it. They must have thought it was the perfect language to use as a code.
Yeah, in the end, the Japanese never cracked it. The cipher is king in information warfare.
Of course, they didn't simply speak in Navajo. They created substitutions for words according to a code book, and then translated those into our language. Young Diné was sent to the front lines of the Pacific Theater as code talkers. To fight is an honor for the Diné. They were the pride of our people. But I cannot say this history brings me joy. Words are alive. When they are spoken, life is breathed into them. They become a part of the listener. Our words were transformed into lifeless ciphers and used for war. This, after the Black Ana spent generations suppressing the language.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I guess we shouldn't be...
Yeah, I hate that it cuts off. I hate it.
Side ops list updated.
Side ops list
Mission list updated.
updated.
There's something I've been wondering. During World War...
The reason Skullface called me Code Talker was because I also am responsible for coding language into the vocal cord parasites. I am the same as those young warriors, used for a cipher's sake. I must never forget that. The name, Code Talker, is a lesson carved into my being.
You said Skullface ordered you to weaponize the vocal cord parasites. But you also said he wasn't the reason.
And he wasn't. I was seduced by the parasites. That is a fact.
How? You mean from your curiosity as a scientist?
That I cannot deny. But there is more to it. The story goes back to the 19th century, to my earliest memory. One day, a man from the government visited our Hogan, our home. I cried as he yanked me from my mother's arms and took me away to an Indian boarding school. From that day forward, I became George. This was the name my teacher gave me. I was forced to give up my Diné name, forbidden from speaking anything but English. If we dared utter a word of filthy Navajo, the teacher made us eat a bar of soap.
Yeah, that was the U.S. government's education policy for Native Americans.
To erase our words was like erasing our people. Their education was tantamount to ethnic cleansing. Over time, the overt persecution of our language stopped. But to this day, it continues to be eaten away by the lingua franca, that is English. Many of the Diné outside the reservations can speak nothing else. And it isn't just our language. Across the world, minority languages are being destroyed by dominant languages. Many are on the verge of extinction.
Enter the vocal cord parasites.
Yes, I began thinking that minority languages needed some sort of deterrent against dominant languages. In order that their peoples and cultures would survive. It was then that I came across literature at the Foundation claiming that man acquired language thanks to a type of parasite, one that distinguishes between languages as a precursor to reproduction. If I could just resurrect it, make it more pathogenic, I would have my deterrent against English. But I failed to hide that aim from Skullface. He noticed. Yes, I wanted to retaliate against the English language, though never did I intend to actually use it as he planned. You know how the story ends. I was forced to study how to make the parasites compatible with all the world's languages. All but English.
However, he in fact secretly isolated an English strain.
I will not be held prisoner by the man's phantom. The English strain must not be allowed to exist either.
Volgan, the GRU colonel, was burned alive with the Shagohod during Operation Snake Eater 20 years ago. Despite suffering severe burns to his entire body, he still clung to life. After you left Seleniarsk, Volgan's body was taken to a research institute in the outskirts of Moscow. But modern medicine couldn't explain why he was still alive. Not that the colonel was any ordinary man to begin with. That constant electric current he had running through his body that he could unleash at will. To be honest, I was always uncomfortable around him. Thought I might get electrocuted just by standing nearby. The institute studying him was tasked with investigating and developing human paranormal abilities. The comatose Volgan was used to further the Soviet Union's research into such abilities. But not long ago, the facility burned to the ground, and Volgan's body was never found among the rubble, even though the fire started in the room where they were keeping him. This occurred at around the same time you woke up. If Skullface was right, and a thirst for revenge can turn a man into a demon and keep the dead alive, then this man on fire who's been coming after us ever since you woke up, well, that just might be what's left of our old friend Volgan. It's not over yet. Back in '64, in Seleniarsk, you brought his plans for a utopia down in flames. That grudge is what's keeping him alive. The day the research facility holding Volgan burned down, a Soviet jumbo passenger jet happened to crash nearby, far away to the north of that hospital in Cyprus. On board the plane was a young boy who was being studied at the same facility. The plane fell to Earth from over 8,000 feet, but the boy's body was the only one not recovered. At almost exactly the same time as the crash, Volgan awoke in that facility. According to the Research Institute's documents, the gifts this boy demonstrated included psychokinesis and telepathy. To protect his mind from being inundated with other people's thoughts, he always wore a kind of gas mask. A rudimentary form of psychic insulation, apparently. We don't know where this boy is, but if Skullface is connected to him, we may cross paths with him yet. This boy is part of a new age, where nothing we understand about the world makes sense anymore. Don't let your guard down. So what were they doing at Enzoya Badia, Baloo? That facility with all the people laid out in rows?
The abandoned factory Shabani was held in.
It is precisely as you guessed. Black Anna was coding languages into the vocal cord parasites. They infected the subjects with the parasites, then made an incision in the throat to expose the vocal cords. That allowed them to play recordings of a desired language directly to the parasites.
And the parasites learn the languages that way. That's some teaching method. I just don't get how a bunch of bugs had the brain power for it.
They don't. Do not judge them by human standards. They do not learn as a function of intellect.
Then how do they do it?
What language the parasites react to is coded into their genes. You could expose the Japanese strain to English for years, and it would never learn the language and react to it. The pronunciation, rhythm, and structure are different. But what about, say, Spanish and Portuguese? Linguistically, the two are very close.
Yeah, they're both Ibero-Romance languages.
Even so, a Spanish language mating pair exposed to Portuguese will not copulate. Only when they hear Spanish. Only then. And the majority of their offspring will be the same.
So it's a literal case of a mother tongue.
But if that's so, I don't see how the different strains can be created in the first place.
Well, among the many thousands of offspring, there may be just a few that react to Portuguese.
You're talking about mutations.
Correct. Playing the tapes helps to identify the mutant strains. Those specimens are then isolated and bred with one another. From their children, specimens that react more strongly to Portuguese can again be selected and bred. Repeating this process creates a strain that reacts solely to Portuguese and never to Spanish. Mutation and selection. No different to breeding roses.
So you kept increasing the change over the generations, adapting them to languages from all over the world. Must have taken a hell of a lot of patience.
More like patience. Just how many died for this?
There's something I still don't get. In order to tell which larvae will react to Portuguese, you'd have to let them develop and then see which copulate. That means you'd need tens of thousands of guinea pigs. There's no way you could do that in a facility that small.
For normal selective breeding methods, you would be right. But there is a more effective selection method when training the vocal cord parasites.
Go on.
It is not only when mating that the parasites listen for language. Shortly before hatching, larvae display markedly increased activity in reaction to particular language. The active eggs can be identified under a black light, so the eggs that react to Portuguese are selectively placed in the throats of subjects. So you see, narrowing down strains that react to the target language is an effective process, though I'm sure that even so, many lost their lives to create the various strains.
Taken against their will into that dungeon.
There are two reasons for playing the tapes for the parasites. One, to isolate the eggs that respond to the target language. And two, to cause the specimens raised from the selected eggs to mate.
I get how the system works. But why do they respond to language before they even hatch? It's not like they can mate from inside an egg.
It is because the larvae learn the language before hatching.
You mentioned that what language the parasites respond to is hard-coded into their genes, and that they don't have the brain power to actually learn a language. But then you say that the larvae at Nzoia Badia Bulu were learning the languages in the egg. Your story doesn't add up.
Your country is home to a unique songbird. The Japanese bush warbler.
Sure, what of it?
What a beautiful call it has. But no bush warbler can sing it perfectly at the start. As chicks, they can barely chirp at all. They must learn from their parents and other adult birds. Only then can they sing properly and attract females. So naturally, there are individual differences in each bird's call. Though they start on the same footing, each bird is influenced by its teachers.
And the parasites are the same?
Like the birds, the parasites have a genetic predisposition towards a particular language. But while in the egg, the larvae's ears are tweaked by listening to the voice of the host. This tweaking ensures that the grown parasites will react better to the host's speech pattern.
Why would they have an ability like that?
Well, there are distinct regional differences within even the same language. Rare is the language that has no unique dialects. Yes, learning the host's speech pattern before hatching
Caution,
attunes the
rain
larvae
approaching.
to whatever twist of pronunciation it will encounter. This adaptive ability is what makes them so formidable.
I see. So a language requires selective breeding, but the parasites can learn dialects by themselves.
Of course, having the egg-stage larvae listen to the tapes in the factory was not meant to teach them. It was more important to use that trait of theirs to identify the mutated strains. As I mentioned earlier,
Is that really accurate enough to use as a weapon? You could wipe out a neighboring ethnic group by accident if their pronunciation is too close.
what you say is true. In that sense, they are imperfect as ethnic cleansers. But for his purposes, they are good enough. His objective was not to exterminate any one ethnic group, but to render the world's lingua franca, English, inert. A ruler's greatest wealth is not money or land. It is the number of individuals under his control. Subjects who work, consume, are there to be used as pawns in war. For a capitalist ruler, his people's power becomes his power. You are the same. With your diamond dogs, you spin it with your speeches. But what you're doing is bringing as much talent as you can into your little domain. Every person another feather in your cap. Yes, since ancient times, every civilization's ruler has had the same idea. When people unite under one will, they become stronger than the sum of their parts. And the one will is the ruler's will. And what do rulers use to bring people together? Language. In the Old Testament, it is written that only one language was spoken in Eden. A shared tongue that united all of humanity. Mankind eventually grew aware of its power and harnessed that strength to build a tower to the heavens. The mighty Tower of Babel. This angered God, who splintered the language of man, and the tower was never completed. Languages emerged, and the earth was divided as men went their separate ways. Every age is the same. A ruler's first order of business, after conquering new land, is to force his tongue on its people. Ancient Rome, Napoleon, and now Zero. English is wreaking havoc around the world right now. The British Empire tilled the land with war as its hoe, then began planting the seed that is English. Eventually, American capitalism became the new instrument. To play its game of wealth, you only had to abide by one rule: English. By exploiting people's desires, English has become a leash that people gladly wear around their necks, it would seem.
Alright, this next one's kind of fun.
I have spoken enough. Your men can take it from here. Will you permit me to rest? Have something to eat?
I thought you don't eat.
I can subsist without food. But there is more to the act of eating than nourishment. We receive nature's blessings and reaffirm our part in it. And in doing so, we express our gratitude.
Sorry, it's, hearing you say you don't need to eat and that you're part of nature in the same breath. Anyway, what can we get you?
not exactly a five-star restaurant, but the kitchen's used to serving a lot of different appetites.
Hamburgers.
Hamburgers?
Even wheat and have become Americanized. I eat them often back home.
And you just can't let them go. Well, as far as symbols of the American empire go, hamburgers are pretty good. The victory of capitalism. Your people suffered so much at the hands of America. And you asked for hamburgers.
We have suffered more than you can know. But I do not see hamburgers as an accomplice. A single dish, providing a balanced helping of nature's blessings. Meat, grain, and vegetable. How could anyone hate such a magnificent thing?
Says the guy who can survive on photosynthesis. Balance has nothing to do with it. You just like a good burger.
That is also true. Be warned, though. I have very high standards.
Don't worry. I do too. All right then. One good old-fashioned all-American icon coming up.
I look forward to it.
There you have it. Tons of audio.
Weather will clear shortly. Please select a mission.
Boss, research materials have been stolen from Code Talker's mansion. The materials were packed into 2 containers and hidden in the jungle southwest of the mansion. You have to recover those containers. The pickup crew coming for those documents is none other than XOF. That's right. They're still active, even after Skullface's death. Now that he's no longer in charge, their original chain of command
Miniman,
has been
what's up?
restored. Meaning if XOF gets those documents, Code Talker's research ends up in Cypher's hands. According to Code Talker, the research papers stored in that mansion account for over 50 years of study. The problem is the vocal cord parasites. If the papers documenting that research fall into Cypher's hands, they'll take another long, hard look at them. The ethnic cleansers we thought were history will become a reality. America, Zero, will have a weapon far more powerful than any nuke. Even worse, if this knowledge were to leak, the world, humanity, can't be entrusted with this kind of power. Recover the containers before the enemy extraction choppers arrive.
Not XOF. Who's XOF? XOF's the bad guy team. Game. Pretty straightforward.
Deploying.
They're the bad guys. Oh god, we listen to so much audio there. You guys awake? First, Legacy.
Boss, Code Talker's research has been stolen. The research materials have been packed into 2 containers and hidden in the jungle southwest of the mansion. Enemy extraction choppers will be there any minute. You have to find and retrieve those containers before they arrive. That area is being guarded by zero-risk security, and their client is XOF. If the choppers make off with the containers, that research will end up in Cypher's hands. That cannot be allowed to happen. One other thing, boss. We need a cargo-capable Fulton extraction device to recover the containers. Use your iDroid to order its development and have it dropped in.
I already got it. We lost a tank on that mission?
The map has been updated. Please specify a project.
Alright, so out the valley. We need to find those crates.
Boss, looks like they're stepping up security around the target. Watch yourself.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Fire at will.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been
Visibility in
updated.
the jungle isn't great. Watch out. You could run into the enemy at any time.
Please, feel the roots. The branches.
The cover guards. They must know where the containers are. If you can just squeeze it out of them. You gotta extract him.
Oh shit! I should have known better. Get this out of there.
Target extraction confirmed.
Extraction.
That leaves one target to go.
Base.
Take care of the next one. Boss, our early warning radar just picked up the enemy choppers. We'll keep you informed of their ETA. Hurry up and extract the target.
Updated.
You can't go firing on the XOF choppers. If we attack XOF now, it'll be a declaration of war against Cypher itself.
Enemy
That
presence
time will come, but it's not now.
updated.
I've updated the info on your iDroid. Take a look.
Updated.
The PF
Alright, he
soldiers
told me where
have
the
no
other crate
idea what's
was.
in those containers. Strictly a need-to-know basis. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Bedtime for Sparks. Everyone, a good stream. It sounds good, man. Appreciate you coming and watching. We will see you next time, bro. Sleep tight. Have a good night.
Alright. Target extraction confirmed.
Extraction.
We've avoided the worst possible outcome. Exfiltrate the area. Go ahead and call the chopper. You can also exfiltrate the mission area by land.
Support helicopter requested. The map has been updated.
Booking it. Maybe I should cross the bridge. Quiet's on the move.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Coming, Pequod.
This is B-Quad.
Come on, quiet. We gotta get out of here.
Stand by. Gaining altitude.
I think she's on. I heard her just hit the helicopter.
Departing.
Exfiltrated.
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission
Extraction
complete, boss.
arrived at Mother Base.
Amazing. Mission complete. That right there is
Amazing.
why you're the best, boss. The one and only. Boss, We got Code Talker's research materials back in one piece. The medical team has them under lock and key in the quarantine facility. The materials should help their research into the vocal cord parasites. Cypher won't be getting their hands on them now.
Well, that's good. God damn. Why so much audio tapes? Why?
Prolonged time in the field is bad for the body and mind. I think it's time you took a break. Do it for me. Come back to Mother Base ASAP.
But I don't want it. Mother Base is boring.
Stay back. It's too dangerous. Hey. Back up, kid. I said no. You have to stay back.
Some things can't be helped.
Back to your quarters. What's going on?
Shabani. Mayaka 9 Kingoya. Shabani.
It's down there?
Hey, the tank at the bottom is filled with chlorine disinfectant. One whiff and you'll suffocate. Don't even.
How could you let it fall down there anyway?
Alright, what are you doing? Yeah, should be alright.
Hit the alarm! No! You go down there, and it is over.
Boss!
Hey! Listen to me! There is no way to recover the body.
What kind of stunt was that? Trying to panic us?
bus. About that AI pod you retrieved from Emmerich's research facility. Guess what we found inside? A corpse. Human. The pod maintained a low internal temperature the whole time, and very little outside air got in. That would have slowed down decomposition. Still, the remains were mostly skeletal. Estimated time of death is between 6 months and a year ago. We put the screws to Huey about it. Listen to the tape. Turns out it was the body of someone we knew very well.
Alright, so first and foremost, Wyatt goes and does something really sweet for the kids. She could survive the chlorine gas, but burn her up real bad. And combat deployment.
Please select a mission.
Ooh, 60%. I don't know about that. Let's try.
Staff assigned.
And we can't improve our odds. Nine tapes. Good God. Alright. I'm putting in a lot of time on this today. Want to get into the new game that came out, Thrones of Britannia. So we're going to go ahead and close up this episode of History of Gaming, but the stream is not done, nowhere close. So I appreciate you coming and watching if you're watching this episode in the future. For those of you here for the stream, thank you for watching it live. Don't go anywhere because we're not done. And we'll see you on the next episode.